These are the questions you should be asking your prospects to warm them up to your business opportunity. That is the topic we are going to discuss this evening. I'm going to turn my computer around because watching myself is very odd indeed. Okay. So I was on a training a couple of days ago with an amazing online marketer. Some of you probably know her. Her name is Erin Birch. Hello, Edward Dalcourt. My man is in the hizzy. I don't know what I'm talking about. We like to have fun, don't we? Anyway, I was on this training with Erin Birch, and she's an amazing online marketer. She's a really, really cool story. I won't get into all the specifics of it, but let's just say she's kind of like that traditional rags to riches story. And she was sharing her simple strategies for lead generation using Facebook, organic reach. She doesn't pay for anything. And just how she builds relationships. And because, gangsta, that's me, because she does everything based on building and nurturing relationships, and all of you who know me, if you've known me for 5 minutes, you know I preach that. It's so important to build relationships. That's what this whole game is all about. And that's what makes it so enjoyable. So Erin really resonates with me. And something I really liked about her training was that she talked about the questions that she asks her prospects so that she can really get to know them and figure out how she can best help them. And it really assisted me in compartmentalizing my own process, because I was doing a lot of this already kind of instinctively, organically, but I didn't really realize what each piece of the puzzle was accomplishing for me. And she actually helped me to sort of chisel away at some of the stuff that maybe wasn't working so well, and now I kind of understand why. So it was really very cool. So shout out to you, Erin Birch. So I categorize the questions that I ask people into 3 distinct sections, because really dealing with cold market on Facebook, okay, I'm dealing specifically with people here that you're reaching out to that you don't know. These are not friends of yours in real life that you are Facebook friends with. These are people you're reaching out to and getting to know for the first time on Facebook mostly, right? So technically they're cold market. So what we don't want to do is reach out to our cold market and immediately try and get them to sit on our lap so we can pet their head. Do you know what I mean? We are not going in for the kiss, my friends. We're not doing that. We do not go from 0 to third base in one message, okay? That's a big mistake that a lot of people make. It's just, they just slide it in there. Boom, right away, third base. Here's my link. Here's my link. Anybody want to see my link? No, don't do that, okay? Don't show anybody your links. Jeez, that's obscene. Okay, so there's 3 distinct categories you want to go by. The first one is building rapport. There's going to be a series of questions. My husband just joined. Apparently I'm allowed to show him my links. Oh, there's never ever a loss of excitement on these things. You want to see the dance, Michael? You missed it, my friend. You came late to the party. You're going to have to watch it on the replay. Or maybe later on I might just throw some in there for good measure. Okay, so there's 3 categories that you want to ask questions. 1 is going to be building rapport. 2 is digging for their pain. And 3 is transitioning into your business opportunity. You want to keep these things separate, because like I said, if you try to slide into home base, you're going to be in trouble. They're going to see you coming and they're going to run screaming, okay? They're going to run the other way and you will have lost your chance. Okay, so building rapport is probably the lengthiest part of the process, and it's the most important part. So you may find that with some people, it might take you a few days. So maybe this is where some of the understanding is skewed, because some people think that they, when we tell them reach out to 5 to 10 new people a day, they're thinking send them 2 messages, recruit them. Send them 2 messages, recruit them. It just does not work like that. There are some people that I've been in communication with for months and then they come back and all of a sudden they want to work with you because they've been hanging around the campfire and they trust you. So just have faith in the process. So building rapport. I always tell people to try and remember the form method initially, because it's a really good guide to just remind you what kinds of things you should be talking about. Form is family, occupation, recreation, money. Some people say message, but it doesn't make sense to me. Money. Okay, so if you want to write down some of these questions, this would be a good time to grab a pen and paper. The first thing I ask people, or I tend to ask people who are other network marketers, is how long have you been in the industry? Pretty self-explanatory. We want to get an idea of how much experience they have, okay? Number two, what company are you currently with? Pretty self-explanatory, right? What we're trying to establish here is information that's going to help us get to know this person, to see where they are versus where we are, how much they know versus how much we know, and how we might be able to help them. I invited my hubby. Your wife is amazing. Kelly, you're so cool. I love you to bits. You're so sweet. So you're going to ask them that. How long have you been with this company, and what made you choose it? Okay? These are great questions to ask, because now you're getting into a little bit of their psyche. What is it they're passionate about? What is it they're interested in? So if they say to you, hey, you know, I'm with It Works, just throwing that out there because it's a common one. Why did you pick It Works? What do you love so much about that company? And listen to what they're telling you, because you're collecting information. This is how we build relationships, okay? Is this the first network marketing company you've ever been in? Another great rapport building question. What does this tell us? Well, this tells us if they're Ray Higdon and they've been in 11 different network marketing companies and they're just like hopping around, or they might be brand spanking new and they might need a lot of guidance. So we're learning information about them. Are you building this business full-time or part-time? Obviously, this is a good question. If part-time, if they say they're building it part-time, you're going to want to ask them, oh, cool, what's your day job? This is great, because here we're going to start digging into their pain a little bit, just a little bit, but we're learning what their life looks like. We're learning what sort of things they're dealing with on a day-to-day basis. We're learning how much time they're likely spending on this business. And then you're going to want to say this, and this is something that Erin Birch handed to me, and it's a prize. It's a present. Take it from me. This is a gift to you, my friends. This one is so powerful. If they say that they are working the business part-time and they have a job, you say, oh, so are you one of the lucky ones who loves what they're doing? That is a great question to ask, because now you're going to find out what they think about their job, and 90% of the time people are going to say this: no, I hate my job. I can't wait to get out of it. If they happen to be the 10% who are ecstatic with their job, then fine. Maybe they're just building this business for extra fun. But I guarantee you most of the time that's not the answer they're going to give you. Very powerful. Because while you're asking these questions, not only are you getting information, but you are also putting that seed into their mind. Now they're starting to think, oh man, yeah, I don't really like my job. Oh man, yeah, I only have part-time available. I wish I had more time to build this business. Like, they're starting to evaluate their situation. Bam, 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 right? Because now 90% of people are going to say they don't like their job, and they're going to be thinking about the fact that they don't like their job, right? So this is a really good question. Thank you, Erin Birch, for that. Then you're going to ask them, are you wanting to build a full-time income to replace what you're doing, or are you more looking to just get some free product and some extra bonuses every month? Right? Good question. Why? We want to know, is this somebody that we're spending a lot of time nurturing because they could be a really good business builder, or is this somebody that's, you know, going to be an awesome customer? We want to know that, because obviously it's not that we don't care about everyone, but we also have a job to do. So we can't spend 6 hours on instant messenger back and forth with somebody who just wants to get some free shampoo. Okay? So that's a very, very good question to ask. Now, Would you say that when you've asked all these questions and collected the information that you've probably built some decent rapport with this person? Okay, and that's why I was saying at the beginning, you want to throw in some of those form questions first, right? A little bit of family, especially if they have stuff like, look at their timeline. Do they have pictures of kids? Do they have pictures of dogs? Check them out. Find out what they're like. Then you'll know what to ask. If they have a lot of travel pictures, ask them about what they do for fun. Clearly they travel. Where are their favorite places to go? Those kind of things, right? Form first, then you're going to get more industry specific after. Do you see how this is playing out? We have not talked about our business. We have not thrown down a link, right? We haven't said, hey, I'm with MLSP. No, no, no. None of that's happened yet, right? And the other important thing to mention is not to rapid fire these questions at them like you're interrogating them, because they'll be like, what the heck, man? All of these questions are negotiable insofar as you don't need to ask every person. These are just ones that you can cull from. Make sure the conversation is very natural. You don't want to go, okay, check, next, check, next, check. Because they're gonna run screaming, right? Okay, but these are just ones to give you an idea. Once you've built the rapport, John, can I get a transcript? Yeah, maybe we should get somebody to transcribe this for you. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Now the next one is finding their pain. Now, when I first started out in the industry, I used to think this sounded really manipulative, and I found it was really hard for me to still be in integrity and feel as though I was searching for someone's pain. But now I understand the purpose of this. It's not that we're trying to make somebody feel like their life sucks. What we're trying to do is cast a light into those dark corners to try and see how we can help them out of that dark corner. So when you think of it that way, that's what we're really digging for. We're not digging for something that's going to make them hurt. We're digging for the reality that's there, because they won't always share that with you. They'll tell you all kinds of half-truths. They're not going to tell you the truth until you've built that rapport. Now they will, because they trust you. So this is where we want to start digging in to figure out what's up. Bam, what? I don't know what that means, Kelly. I don't speak English. Okay. So here are the kind of questions that you want to ask to dig into their pain a little bit. You can say, how important is it to you to make this money that you want or that you need? How critical is this? Right? Very powerful question, because then they're going to be like, well, if I don't, maybe I won't put food on the table. Right? They're going to start thinking about what the reality is going to be if they don't change something in their life right now. That's a good thing. And then I would continue that question with, okay, so I hear you. What's going to happen if you don't accomplish your goal? What does that look like in 5 years? If you don't do this, if you don't achieve what you're setting out to achieve, what does that look like? And really pay attention, really listen, because this is where they're going to open up and be vulnerable with you. If you've done the rapport building correctly, this is where the magic happens. This is where the relationship gets built. And it's so beautiful. It's amazing. It's wonderful. This is where we really connect with people. And this is the part of the business I love. It's so magical. Okay, so those are the kind of questions that you're going to ask. Depending on what the person says to you, it's going to guide you. You're going to know where to go. Like, I remember at one point somebody said to me, I just want my son to look at me like I'm in control and I've got his future taken care of. I'm tired of looking at him scared about his future. And man, when people say stuff like that to you, it's like, you can't breathe, right? It's truth. It's truth. And that's when you're in a position to really help them. So listen to what they're saying, and that's going to guide you as to where you should go with their pain, how you can help them out. One of the things Erin Birch said that really I loved was, she said, Never leave someone in pain. So important. Never leave someone in pain. Hey, Leslie, once you've discovered what it is that is their pain, now you have a duty to help them. Thank goodness we have ways that we can. Now, here's the transitioning, okay? Once you've figured all this stuff out, now you're in a position to transition into sharing something with them, because now you know what they need. If you have more than just your business opportunity to share, you are at an advantage, because if they happen to love the company they're with, we don't break up happy marriages, that's my motto. You have to have something else to offer to help them be successful with their current business, okay? So it's great if you're able to leverage an affiliate program or a marketing program like I do, so that I have tools, strategies, and trainings to assist them in building their current business if they are totally in love with it, okay? That's another thing to consider. But at this point, we're gonna say things like, so how's it going so far then? You have all these dreams and aspirations. You know what you want to achieve. How's it going so far? This is a really, really important question. It kind of seems like a throwaway. Hi, Dawn Lachance. I love you so much. I'm so glad to see you. Asking somebody how's it going, it seems like a throwaway question, doesn't it? How's it going? It's just like, oh yeah, how's it going? But when we're building rapport with somebody in our business, that's actually not a throwaway question at all. It's actually a very pivotal transitioning question. And one thing I learned from Erin Birch that will forever change how I communicate online is not to ask that question too early. I think a lot of us make that mistake. We reach out to somebody and we're like, hey, Michelle, saw you on the Tony Robbins page. I really loved your comment. It was so funny. Ha ha. How's it going? Big mistake. You just slid into home plate and you didn't even realize it. And they're all like, ah! Well, no, really, it's not that bad. But the reason why we don't pull that question out before this whole rapport building phase we talked about is because they're immediately going to tell you they're awesome. Everything is fantastic. I am killing it, crushing it, doing so awesome. It's unbelievable. Right? They lie. They lie to you. They don't tell you the truth because you haven't built the rapport with them yet. So they're just telling you what they think they should tell you because they want to recruit you. And if you don't think they're doing awesome, you won't join them. So they're not going to tell you the truth. Ain't no way, no how. I made that mistake for 2 years straight. So I'm on the correct path now. Do not pull out the how's it going question until you've already built all the rapport, dug for some pain, you know how you can help them. And then once you're actually communicating with this human being and you've built some trust, then when you say, how's it going? How's this going for you? Then you're going to get the truth. Then they're going to tell you if they're struggling. Then they're going to tell you I'm not getting any leads. Then they're going to tell you I feel like a fool. Then they're going to tell you people are unfriending me. I don't know how to do this. I want to quit. That's when they're going to tell you that. Not before. You see? So now you understand why. If you're going from 0 to 60 in 2 messages, that's why you're not getting anywhere. Because you haven't built any rapport. They don't trust you yet. Okay? Very important. Okay. Now, so we've transitioned. Here's another great question that you can put out there to transition. You can say, so how do you like to brand yourself? I love this one because a lot of people have no idea what you're talking about. Right? They don't even know anything about branding themselves. So then they're thinking, oh my goodness, apparently there's a few things I need to learn. That's where you come in, right? That's a good question. And also, do you have a marketing plan in place or a daily mode of operation so that when you get up every day, you know what you should be doing to build your business? Is somebody helping you with that? Great question. Great transitioning question. This way we now know exactly where they're at. And in my experience, the vast majority of people do not know about branding themselves, and they don't have a DMO in place at all, a daily mode of operation at all. They have no idea what they should be doing. And many people do not have great training or leadership necessarily either. Even if they love their company, a lot of people are struggling. So great transition. All right, so now what have we done? We've built rapport, we've dug for some pain, and we've transitioned. So now we are in a situation where if everything goes the right way, we can present an opportunity to them. So what does that look like? Well, one great thing you can use is the feel, felt, found, and also storytelling. Those are great tools for communicating with people. So feel, felt, found, for anyone who's not familiar with that, if somebody says, no, I don't have anybody really helping me. I don't have a marketing plan. I don't know how to market myself. Oh my gosh, am I doing this all wrong? You can say, I know how you feel. Don't worry, I know how you feel. I used to have the exact same situation because I didn't have anything planned for me either, and I didn't know what I was doing either. But I found after learning how to market myself correctly, things have improved dramatically, and I bet you they can for you too. My husband's asking for a little dancing. Okay. Greg wants some dancing. It's getting too serious for him, right? Should I show my links? Anybody want to see my links? Oh my goodness gracious. I can show my links if we go on after midnight. Maybe next time. Okay, so if you get to that transitioning part, then you can say to them, listen, you don't have a plan. I get it. Would you like one? Would you like a plan? Hey, Michelle Lontagne, how are you? And at that point you can say, okay, listen, for those of us who leverage a marketing system, okay, we're at an advantage because we have that to offer. If you don't, and obviously if the person is completely married to their business opportunity, it's kind of a non-starter for you because we don't break up happy marriages. If they're not happy in their business, different story. This is where you say, don't know if it would be a fit for you, but based on what you've told me, critical line there. Might want to write that one down. Based on what you've told me, I think you might want to take a look at what I'm doing. It might be a great fit for you. That one's a hybrid of Jessica's. Why do I always want to call her Jessica Simpson? Oh my gosh, that's absurd. Jessica Higdon. I'm sorry, Jessica Higdon. That one's a hybrid of Jessica Higdon's approach. I kind of changed it up a little because of how it feels more natural to me. Was that the sprinkler, Edward? Excellent. It works really well. The important parts of that statement are, right, Michelle's got it, based on what you've told me. Why do we say that? Because now we're telling the person again, I was listening to you, and you gave me some information that got me to thinking. And based on that, now I'm offering you a solution that is going to apply specifically to you. Do you see how powerful that is? That's a little bit NLP-ish maybe, possibly, but that's very important. Just like words like because are also really critical because it just shows that you're listening. This may be a good fit for you because you said you wanted to make a full-time income so that your son's future would be cared for. Based on what you've told me, you may want to have a look at what I'm doing. It might be a good fit for you. If not, totally fine. Just thought I'd throw it out there. Why do we say that? Because it's a little bit of a takeaway. It's a little bit of a takeaway. You're saying, if not, I don't care. I got lots going on over here. Lots going on over there. I don't need you. But I think this is going to be good for you. That's why I'm offering. No pressure. Right? I hope that makes total sense to you guys. Did I cover all the tips? I think I did. Oh my goodness gracious, I got it all out. It's amazing. So then once you've actually presented the option to look at something you're doing, you're going to take these people off of social media. I hope you already know that. Most of you understand that. You're not going to seal the deal on instant messenger 90% of the time. You will have to get them on the phone. Typically, I talk to people on the instant messenger voice app. So that at least they can hear my voice. They can, they can hear that I'm passionate and convicted and I'm ready to lead. They get that from your voice. But typically I would prefer to get them on the phone or Skype or something when you're ready to actually seal the deal. It's just the professional way to do it, and most people would just prefer that. If you just let them know, hey, like, let's hop on a call for 5 quick minutes, it would just be a lot faster than typing. It's way better. And oh yes, Michelle says it's more personable. Absolutely it is. Social media is great for making the connections, but it's not where it ends. This is a relationship business. There's no way you're going to build a big business without talking to people. It just can't happen, unfortunately. I know there's a lot of people who say you can automate everything, but it's just not true in my experience. You have to talk to people. That's all I have for you. You might notice in the description, I put a link there. For those of you who have not jumped on doing Facebook Lives, you gotta do it, man. There's so much power in this platform right now. Facebook is absolutely pushing Facebook Live. So if you do it, your reach is gonna like quadruple. So go out there and do it. And if you're scared of it, you're not sure how to do it, you just want someone to hold your hand, I've put a link to a really great free Facebook Live training. If you want to check that out, by all means do. And also, if you want to hop on over to my blog, stacyhall.com, I have a couple of new blog posts there that you might want to check out. Okay, my friends, if nobody has anything else to say, I'm going to nod off for the evening and go chill out with my kids. And I'll see you guys tomorrow around the same time. Love ya. Bye for now.